What's going on, folks? It's Kish. I'm probably going to upload this to Kish Yardy Game Reviews instead of the Kish Yardy Nation one because that's more for blogs or whatever. But whatever, whichever channel I decide to upload this on, shout out to that channel and to myself because I am the boss of that channel. Anyway, make sure to watch the video. I know a lot of people have ADHD, or a lot of people may be your attention span may have been shortened because of COVID, and you watch it shorts. So I advise you take pauses, take breaks into the thing, and take your time to watch and digest the content because it's going to be a long pitch today. Now, when I go through my pitch, none of the Halo fans are going to go, you mean to tell me that 343 couldn't have come up with something as intelligent or better? Because I'm not as intelligent as Phil Spencer. I'm not a game designer, but I'm just creative. Like, I think if I had chose the path of being a game designer when I was in my 20s, as I'm 33 now, I think I would have made a big impact on the gaming industry. Um, and I just played Battlefield 6. I played the what's the mode? The Battle Royale mode, the Gauntlet. I said, bro, you tell me that Halo couldn't make a Halo ODST drop ODST game with some of that stuff in it, right? Um, oof. Reason why I'm doing this because I love Halo. I've been part of the Halo gaming community since I want to say the first Xbox, Halo 2. That was my introduction in it. And I remember some of my friends that I'm cool with today, my best friend today, shout out to Judge. He got into Halo. He's a better Halo player than I am. And I got him into the game. So I love the game. So many memories that we had playing Xbox and playing Halo. It's like it's an emotion to it that I have. And it's just sad to see that this Halo game. First of all, it's sad to know that there were 32 pitches to hit. That they would say that they pitched the 343 to revitalize the game. That means there were people that actually cared about the game and cared about Xbox and Microsoft and where it's going. But it's just sad to see that Phil Spencer is going towards and in another video I'm going to break down how Phil Spencer could do better. Phil Spencer could do a lot better. But it's sad to see that because we're going to a more cloud space. We're throwing away our flagship game, and 3, I think Phil Spencer, because that's been the rumor around the space, he's looking to remove the physical console, which I think is a bad idea, which I'm going to explain in the next video. But without further ado, here goes a Halo pitch for possibly a Halo ODST DropShock Trooper game. Now, Helldivers dropped. So now, if Halo moves into that direction, it's going to look like Halo's trying to copy Helljumper's drift. But when I pitch this pitch, you're going to see how different it's going to be from Helldivers using Halo's identity. And then now Halo can compete with Helldivers. Because remember, Halo has a vast universe. It has a vast identity that they can make a game concept with Halo's DropShock Trooper or whatever, but be way different from what Helljumpers or Helldivers got going on, right? So without further ado, here's a go. Let's ride with me, ride with me, ride with me. Let's ride. Oh, my bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. Halo pitch that can bring back Halo. The idea, Halo DropShock Trooper. Gameplay style, third person, tactical co-op, and solo missions. Plays alongside existing Halo mechanics, Spartan armor, weapons, vehicles. Campaign-like missions that don't interfere with the main Halo storyline. Optional multiplayer modes integrated into existing Halo Infinite ecosystem. Now, as I'm going on with the pitch, when I was thinking about it, right, I made some modifications along the way to kind of balance the pitch a little bit. But, I'm just throwing ideas out there, so follow along with me. Player roles. ODSTs, standard infantry, dropship insertion specialists, versatile in mobility and tactics, Spartans, heavy units with advanced armor and weaponry, Optional in co-op missions. Squad, 3 to 4 players. Co-op with AI bots, optional to fill slots. Dynamic squad mechanics. Player can mix ODSTs and Spartans in the same team. ODST bots can accompany players for firefight or objective modes. Optional progression. ODSTs can earn Spartan training to unlock advanced abilities. Watch. Some of you probably already thinking it, but watch. Watch what I'm going to do. Capture, defend bases, sabotage enemy supply lines. Can integrate firefight AI support, right? So now you can buy. So now as you're doing capture an objective base, like kind of like Invasion, like for Halo Reach, and I think it's a new game they added for Halo Infinite. You can combine the mission objectives, right? You can play King of the Hill. You can capture or detonate certain structures, and then you can play a firefight at the last moment, right? Invasion mode. Players drop into an enemy-occupied planets or zones, combine vehicle gameplay, Pelican sabers with infantry tactics. Invasion extraction missions. Rescue high-value targets or collect intel under enemy fire. Can include stealth and tactical planning. Hold on, let me zoom in on myself. Campaign-style missions introduce new ODST characters like Buck. Well, he's not new, but you could tell stories about Buck, Alpha 9, or fresh recruits, right? Explore untold stories of the Halo universe without affecting Master Chief's arc. Now, probably go because when I looked at one of the pitches that was pitched to 343, they said they had a like a more action RPG, kind of like a action adventure kind of pitch. And then they had like a horror movie pitch, which there's plenty of, because remember that horror movie pitch, that could have told Halo's universe about what the Banish was doing, eating the human beings and cannibalizing Unity and what they were doing to Spartans. So that's, or it could show Spartans what happened when they defect, like Spartan Zane, right? This can also introduce a third-person mechanic, like how Halo Wars introduced RTS mechanic without conflicting with the main Halo game, which is Halo Infinite surrounding Master Chief, right? Unique Halo features to integrate. Pelicans, Sabers, Warthogs, Ghosts. Both player-driven and AI-assisted. Weapons. Halo Pacific Arsenal, no need for stratagems or Helldiver-style equipment. Environment interaction, dynamic drop pods, destructible cover, AI squad coordination. Firefight integration, optional bots to stimulate squad members. Replayable objective maps for practice or co-op missions. The goal is Halo first gameplay. It doesn't have to follow hardcore indie mechanics, which I hate about Helldivers, right? I like the hardcore gameplay. I don't like the friendly fire about Helldivers, right? Like, I don't like the fact that it's so hardcore now that anything can fucking kill you. And it's very difficult to dodge, slip, do a tactical roll. You just have a dumbass dolphin dive. And the enemy still end up hitting you and catching you. Like when you find that big fire-breathing dragon, big old flying wing motherfucking bat, roach, whatever. And it's going to blow the doodle breath on you, booger breath on you. And you're trying to dolphin dive out the way and it's still fucking burning. Helldivers, what kind of bullshit is that? Was it just y'all being lazy? Be honest. So you don't have to put any mechanics like that from Helldivers. It leverages existing Halo IP, vehicles, weapons, and lore to create a unique tactical co-op experience. Can be used as a flagship expansion or Game Pass exclusive, which reinforces Xbox identity and play anywhere model. By the way, Phil Spencer, if you ever see this, you have to have a flagship game to represent your Game Pass and your play anywhere model. You can merge both the two. Because I promise you, Phil Spencer, there's another war that's going to kick off. You think the console war is over? It's not. Because if Steam dropped his handheld and that has success, and Steam already has exclusive Steam games, and Steam drops a homegrown console like the Xbox or Sony, and you don't have an Xbox and you don't have any flagship games to match up, bro, Apple is there, Netflix is there, and they could drop their own consoles. Amazon could drop their own console. So the console war is not over. It's going to be a whole full-blown content war. And Phil Spencer, if you just try to go to the cloud model and erase the flagship game and the console model, it's like when Cortana got stuck in High Charity. right? And Master Chief had to go save her. That's what that's like. Cortana is the play anywhere model, but it doesn't have a console home or Master Chief or structure. That's what that's like. DLC expansions, additional missions exploring ODST recruitment, banish incursions, and side stories, cosmetics, armor skins, weapon skins, or unique ODST customizations. Events. And remember what happened to Cortana? She went in a logic plague because she was stuck there. So she was broken. And look what she turned into. So, event challenges, weekly or seasonal missions to encourage co-op play, right? Strategic takeaway. This pitch allows Xbox 343 to expand Halo Infinite's universe without touching the main storyline. Introduce fresh must-play co-op experience. Serve as a flagship Game Pass title to drive subscription and console adoption. I can't wait to do that next video. Stay distinct from Helldivers 2 while capturing a similar tactical co-op audience. A progression system, ODST, Spartan. Player journey. Starting point options, Marine Basic Infantry. So this is like a progression system, right? You start off as a Marine Basic. Then as you get better, you can now enhance and become an ODST. Then as you rank up, you can now become a Spartan. You know, like how Spartan 4s used to be former UNSC Marines or ODST? I want to integrate that into this. Marine Basic Infantry, with limited mobility and weapons. ODST, Orbital DropShock Trooper, advanced mobility, special drops, mid-tier weapon access, leveling up experience, complete missions, objectives, co-op scenarios, earn experience points, unlock progressions path to becoming a Spartan, gains full armor abilities, advanced weapons, and vehicle synergy. Optional flexibility. Players can start as a Marine, ODST, then a Spartan, or jump in as an ODST if they want mid-tier gameplay. And I had to fix that, right? Because I want it to progress. I don't want you to just jump to ODST or just jump to a Spartan. So I had to fix that. We're going to get to that. Strategic benefit. Gives players a personalized gameplay curve. Encourages long-term engagement and replayability. Player world dynamics. Dynamic team composition. Mix of Marines, ODSTs, and Spartans in co-op teams. ODST bots can supplement players in firefight objective missions. Synergy mechanics. ODSTs can call in reinforcements or provide tactical support. Spartans can drive vehicles, lead assaults, and unlock advanced objectives. All right. Third player tactical gameplay. Mission types. Objective, invasion, extraction, firefight integration. Vehicles. AI-assisted player-driven and hybrid for flexibility. Vehicles enhance tactical depth without replacing infantry gameplay. Difficulty scaling. Matches Halo standard modes. Easy, normal, heroic, legendary, mythic, champion. Player arsenal and AI behavior scale with difficulty. Balances challenges without relying on Helldiver style ultra hardcore mechanics, right? Because you still have your armor shield, you still have health, it's not friendly fire. You still have the weapons, that the power weapons that's there, right? Halo style, right? Halo War style deployment. Players can drop ODST bots mid-mission for backup. Bots can follow orders, secure objectives, or act autonomously. Replayability. Firefight mode can become a core co-op experience, not just a side mode. Integration with the Halo universe. Lore-friendly. Explores untold stories of ODSTs, Marines, and Spartans. New characters not new characters, but Buck, Alpha 9, or fresh recruits. Standalone yet connected. Doesn't interfere with Master Chief's main storyline. Optional crossover missions into Halo Infinite maps, right? Key takeaways of this expanded pitch. Player progression. ODST to Spartan systems adds meaningful growth. Team dynamics. Mix of player roles and AI bots add tactical depth. Flexible vehicles and difficulty. AI-assisted and player-driven vehicles plus scalable difficulty makes it accessible yet engaging. Halo identity. Fully leverage Halo weapons, vehicles, and lore to differentiate from other tactical co-op games. Replayability and engagement. Firefight, co-op objectives, and progression keep players returning. Progression system. ODST to Spartans. Player journey. Starting point. Options. Marine, basic infantry with limited mobility and weapons. ODST, Orbital DropShock Trooper. Advanced mobility, special drops, mid-tier weapon access. Leveling up experience. Complete missions, objectives, and co-op scenarios. Earn experience points. Unlock progression path to become a Spartan. Gain full armor abilities, advanced weapons, and vehicle synergy. Optional flexibility. Players can start as Marine, ODST, Spartan, or jump in as an ODST if they want a mid-tier game. And remember, I said I had to modify that, right? Strategic benefit. Gives players a personal little gameplay curve, encourages long-term engagement and replayability, right? So I think I already read that. Third-person mechanics. I think I already read that. All right, so third-person layer, mechanics and combat system. Layer 1. Camera perspective, permanent third-person over-the-shoulder view. Secondary optional, zoom-in aiming mode for precision ADS. Reference inspiration Gears of War, GTA, or Helldivers too, right? But Halo adoption integrate Halo's visual identity, armor, weapons, scale, and lore-specific animations, right? So you can use the same over the third-person mechanic that you see in Gears of War, GTA, or Helldivers too, but you're adding your own identity to it, your own essence, your own stuff to the mechanic. You don't have to use how Gears of War defines the mechanic or GTA or Helldivers 2 define the mechanic. You could define that mechanic through a Halo adaptation identity, right? Combat mechanics, gunplay, Halo weaponry, rifles, pistols, plasma. So you could do a dual plasma pistol, one-hand pistol, dual plasma, energy weapons, dual plasma, grenades, rifles, right? You could do dual stuff. You could do combo flips, animations with the Spartan. Yo, this shit is going to be way ahead of my time. You know what I'm saying? Hand-to-hand combat. Melee attacks with distinct animations per class. Spartan super strength and speed clearly displayed. Finisher mechanic. Assassination finisher moves, front, back, low held executions. Highlight character strengths. Add cinematic flair and player satisfaction. Now, the combat is going to be different. For Marine, it's going to be like basic military combat. For ODST, it's going to be more spec op, more like what's the shit called again? Carve Maga, more more you know what I'm talking about, more military combat, more QCB. Spartans, they're gonna have the same combat, just combat abilities, but with more superpowers to it, like Spartan strength to it. You know what I'm saying? Marine, weakest hand to hand, basic weapon handling, standard hell armor. ODST, mid-tier strength and mobility. Specialized abilities, drop pod insertion, advanced tactics. Spartan, strongest hand to hand, highest mobility, armor ability, superpower, iconic moves. Purpose, provides visible incentive to level up character. Engages player psychology to progress from Marine, ODST, Spartan, showcase Halo universe strengths for immersion. Player motivation engagement, stimulates players to progress and level up. Provides meaningful differentiation. Shit. English kicking my ass. Differentiation between class types. Encourages exploration and combat mechanics. Gunplay, melee, plus finisher. Layer 1 summary. Third-person gameplay with zoom and aiming combined with class-differentiated combat mechanics, gunplay, melee finishers fully tied to Halo lore. Core purpose. Motivate leveling from Marine ODST to Spartan while displaying unique powers and identity per class. Yo, I'm getting a gaming orgasm right now just reading back my own stuff. Third-person gameplay and combat mechanics. Fully detailed breakdown. Camera perspective and player view. The core of this ODST DropShock Trooper gameplay is third-person, over-the-shoulder perspective. This allows players to fully appreciate their character, armor, and Halo universe visual identity. Zoomed in aiming mode, ADS, aim down sights, provides precision targeting, when required, blending traditional third-person mechanics with tactical aiming. Inspirations are drawn from Gears of War, GTA, and Helldivers 2, but adapted fully to Halo's universe. To all animations, camera angles, and zoom behaviors feel natural and immersive to Halo's aesthetic. The camera should feel personalized and cinematic, giving players a sensation of being a Marine, an ODST, or a Spartan in the Halo battlefield. Combat mechanics. Players can wield a full range of Halo weapons, including rifles, pistols, plasmas, weapons, grenades, and energy tools. Weapon handling differs per class. Marines' basic handling, moderate damage output, standard reload speeds, advanced weaponry, ODST, advanced weaponry, proficiency, mid-tier special abilities. Spartans, maximum weapon efficiency, enhanced precision, and tactical advantage. Hand-to-hand combat. Every class has unique melee attacks aligned with lore. Marines' basic strikes, weaker in raw power. ODST, tactical strikes with some acrobatic or advanced combat moves. Spartans, high-power melee attacks, superhuman strength, and signature Spartan finishers. Finishers' assassination mechanics. Finishers' moves are fully contextual and cinematic. Can trigger from front, back, or when enemies are near dead. Highlights class-specific strengths. A Spartan overpowering melee, an ODST's tactical takedown, or a Marine's opportunistic strike. These animations serve not just for a flair, but also to demonstrate the lore and abilities of each class and engage in an engaging way. Class differentiation and lore integration. The goal is to showcase Halo Universe identity through gameplay. Marines represent basic infantry, limited mobility, basic weapons, and vulnerability. Their role emphasizes teamwork and survival. ODSTs, elite human soldiers with specialized training. Mid-tier mobility, tactical, combat abilities, and orbital deployment make them versatile and powerful. Spartans, super soldiers with enhanced armor abilities, unmatched hand-to-hand, combat, high mobility, and tactical dominance. Their gameplay embodies the pinnacle of Halo's human military capabilities. Each class's abilities and animations clearly communicate their lore, helping players understand the strengths, weaknesses, and the uniqueness of each unit. This class identity is directly tied to progression, motivating players to level up from Marine to ODST to Spartan to unlock new abilities, weapons, and tactical options. Layered combat and third-person mechanics are designed to stimulate players' psychology. Completing missions, mastering combat mechanics, and executing cinematic finishes provides immediate satisfaction. Visible differentiation between classes encourages players to progress and level up. Experiencing ODST and Spartan capabilities gives players a tangible sense of growth and empowerment. The combination of gunplay, hand-to-hand combat, finishers, and lore identity ensures that the players are consistently engaged and invested in their character's evolution. Layer 1 Summary. Explain. This first layer establishes Halo DropShock Trooper's gameplay foundation. Third-person mechanics perspective, over the shoulder with optional zooming in aiming, fully integrated into Halo's visual identity. Combat mechanics, gunplay, hand-to-hand combat, and cinematic finishers that differ per class and scale with lore-defined abilities. Class differentiation, Marines to ODSTs to Spartans, each with distinct strengths, weaknesses, and superpower making progression meaningful. Engagement and motivation, clear visual and mechanical feedback, encourages leveling up and long-term investment in the character, connecting directly to Halo Universe's identity. UNSC melee options, Marines basic infantry. So I went in. Marines basic infantry mostly rely on standard issue melee attacks, like punches or close combat strikes. They don't have unique melee weapons by default, but they can incorporate combat knife, bayonet, often mounted on rifles like MA5 or M7, and provides melee weapons, wrenches, pipes, other environmental objects in game, right? So I do remember in the Halo Stroll, one of the guard Marines had a shock baton. But nothing is set in stone with these things. Because I'm pretty sure there's weapons in the Halo universe that the Marines or UNSC use that I don't know. But this is just an example, right? ODSTs have access to tactical melee weapons reflecting their elite status. Combat knife, combat blade. Standard ODST kits for silent takedowns or close combat. Warhog, vehicle ramming, mounted melee. Can use environment vehicles as melee instruments in game scenarios. Experimental melee attachments. Think of Halo, Reach, ODST gear. Can include grenades, melee combos, or enhanced physical strikes moves, right? Spartans have superhuman strength, so even standard melee becomes lethal. Their arsenal can include combat knife, bayonet, advanced than ODST's version. Spartan hand strikes, jump kicks, shoulder charges, punch combos. CQC gear, close quarters combat weapons, optional energy knives, retractable blades, or melee It has gauntlets. You know, like in Halo Infinite, like some of them have gauntlets or like the shock gauntlet that they have, like the SPI armor has, right? Like we spark melee animation upgrades. Environmental melee, like how when Master Chief does the grapple hook, and then now if you hold B, he punches and it can shock the elite when he punches them. Environmental melee, they can lift and throw covenant objects, crush enemies with vehicles, etc. Covenant counterparts for reference. Energy Sword, Shang Healy, iconic one-hit kill melee weapon. Gravity Hammer, Brute's heavy-hitting melee weapon, slower but devastating, right? Key takeaways from our pitch. Expand the UNSC melee arsenal to make it visually and mechanically distinct per class. Marines combat knives, basic punches. ODST's tactical knives, more acrobatic melee moves. Spartans, superhuman strength, optional melee gadgets, environmental takedowns. This allows class identity to shine in melee, just like finishers show off lower abilities, right? Layer 1.1, cover-to-cover mechanics, Halo style. Players can move from cover to cover dynamically, similar to Gears of War or Division. Halo's universes allows this to feel more fluid and tactical rather than rigid. Orbital DropShock Troopers, ODST and Spartans, can vault over obstacles, slide into cover, or use tactical roles to move safely. Marines use simpler cover movements, duck, crouch, standard movement between barricades. Halo identity adaptation, environment interaction. Halo maps have iconic architecture. Cover structures, UNSC bases, urban ruins, and ring installations. Cover can be reactive, destructible barriers, force fields, or vehicles as mobile cover. ODST and Spartan shields can temporarily absorb damage while in cover, adding a Halo twist to the standard mechanic. Mobility flare. Spartans, enhanced jumps, thruster packs, evasive maneuvers make cover movement more dynamic. ODSTs can tactically roll between cover points, simulating elite insertion tactics. Marines stick to conventional crouch duck mechanics, showing class difference and visually and mechanically, right? Shooting from cover, leading, blind firing, over-the-shoulder aiming, class-specific accuracy, bonuses. Spartans have highest precision, Marines lowest, ODST mid-tier. League integration. Cover can become stage for finisher moves. Jump from cover to execute melee attack. ODSTs and Spartans can vault over enemies from cover, showcasing tactical powers. Player motivation and tactical depth. Cover-to-cover mechanics increase engagement, adding strategic layer beyond standard run and gun gameplay. Highlights class difference and lower abilities. Spartans can dominate in mobility and offensive cover maneuvers. ODST are tactical and precise. Marines rely on teamwork and positioning. Encourages use of Halo's unique environmental structures, shields, and vehicles destructibles, right? Vehicles and destructibles. Cover-to-cover mechanics are fully integrated with Halo. Identity through enhanced mobility for ODSTs and Spartans, reactive environment and reactive environments and destructible objects. Class-based differences in precision, movement, and tactical options. Integrate gunplay, melee, and finishers. Basic Marine gameplay, abilities, and mechanics. So we're going to break it down today. Survivability, health, standard human health, can take a few hits from basic Covenant or human weapons, but much lower than ODSTs or Spartans. Armor, light armor, minimum protection against explosions or heavy weapons. Shielding, typically no shields like Spartans, but could have temporary combat bonuses. Cover-based bonuses, crouch healing, medkits. Vulnerability, high, encourages strategic positioning and teamwork for survival. You're going to watch. When I tie all this stuff in, you're going to be like, damn, that nigga smart. Or that ninja smart. For white people, you better not be saying the N-word. Only black guys can say the N-word. Weapon proficiency. Can wield standard UNSC weapons, MA5 assault rifle, M6 sidearm grenades effectively. Moderate accuracy and reload speed, enough to be fun but not overpowered. Movement mobility, or underpowered, right? Movement mobility, standard run, crouch, and jump. Can duck behind cover and sprint short distances. No superhuman jumps or thruster packs. Melee combat, bases punches or combat knife attacks. Super finishers, slower and less flashy than ODSTs or Spartans. Fun factor, team dynamics. Fun to play in squad. Marines shine when working with ODSTs or Spartans, emphasizing teamwork. Role identity. Every man soldier gives players a grounded, relatable Halo experience. Opportunity to experience Halo Battlefield from a human perspective. Mission variety. Can engage in objective-based missions, cover-to-cover firefights, and basic melee engagements. serves as an introduction to combat mechanics before advancing to ODST or Spartan. Key takeaways: survivable, fragile, but can endure standard combat if using cover and position strategically. Playable, simple but satisfying mechanics. Accessible to new players, balanced weapons, and movement options. Fun, team-oriented grounded Halo experience. Builds anticipation to progress to ODST and Spartan classes. ODST gameplay abilities and responsibilities, right? Survivability and durability. Armor, advanced combat armor. More durable than Marines, less than Spartans. Health, higher than Marines, able to survive multiple hits in the firefight. Shields, combat enhancements. Some ODST variants could have limited energy, shielding a temporary tech boost during missions reflecting elite status. Vulnerability, still human, can die if caught and sustain heavy fire or explosions, emphasizing tactical play. Weapons proficiency. Fully capable with standard UNSC weapons, grenades, and mid-tier equipment. Can handle weapons more effectively than Marines. Faster reloads, higher accuracy. Optional tactical tools. Smoke grenades, flashbangs, or tactical melee options, combat knives. Mobility. Advanced mobility. Can sprint longer, perform tactical roles, vault over cover, navigate complex terrain, can drop via orbital insertion. Drop pods, adding a cinematic strategic entry mechanic. Can perform environmental interactions like scaling ledges or using objects as cover. Melee combat, faster and more versatile than Marines. Can perform small combos and tactical takedowns in hand-to-hand combat. ODST finishers are quick, fluid, and tactical, emphasizing elite training. Elite soldier duties. ODSTs handle higher risk operations that Marines can. Stealth insertions, reconnaissance, special missions in enemy territory, coveted strongholds, urban warfare. Tactical disruption, neutralize key targets, sabotage enemy resources. Squad leadership coordination, can direct Marines in combat, give players a sense of leadership responsibility. Provides a reason to value Marines while advancing to Spartan. ODSTs are the bridge between every man and super soldier. This is a long script. Fun fact and progression motivation. Why is fun? Players feel like an elite human soldier with mobility, gadgets, and strategic options, not available to Marines. Combines action plus tactics plus identity. Fast-paced but grounded. ODST mechanics add cinematic flair, drop pods, rolls, advanced finishers, without reaching full Spartan superhuman abilities. Progression and incentive. Players experience the upgrade in power and capabilities compared to Marines. Introduce a bridge layer. Provides enough difference in combat and mobility to make leveling satisfying. Sets up a Spartan layer as ultimate peak of human combat prowess in Halo. Key takeaways. More durable than Marines, but not invincible. Tactical mobility, advanced weapons, hand-to-hand combat, cinematic drops. Fun, elite human experience, combined strategy, mobility, and cinematic flair. Responsibilities, elite missions, squad leadership, tactical engagement, motivation, clear incentive to progress to ODST. And Spartan as a gameplay and abilities extended layer to layer. Spartan gameplay. All right. Armor. Mjolnir powered armor with energy shields. Another analogy for Spencer. Xbox, the console, is the power armor, Master Chief. The Game Pass or cloud you're trying to get or play anywhere you're trying to get is Cortana. You need both. Right? Health, superhuman durability, can take multiple hits from heavy weapons and survive situations that would kill ODSTs and Marines. Shields, combat enhancements, rechargeable energy shields, integrated HUD systems, tactical scanners. Vulnerability low. Still possible to die from extreme situations, example, explosive, covenant super weapons, but far more forgiven than ODSTs or Marines. Weapon proficiency. Master level of handling of all UNSC weapons, including experimental or heavy weapons. Specialized Spartan equipment. Energy swords, enhanced grenades, and advanced tools. Optional melee enhancements like gauntlet strikes or combat knives, with extra power, mobility and movement. My cat getting on my nerves. Mobility and movement, superhuman speed, jump height, and agility. Can use thruster packs for short bursts or evasive maneuvers. Fully integrated cover-to-cover combat with vaults, slides, and environmental interaction. Melee combat. Superhuman hand-to-hand combat. Powerful punches, kicks, grabs, and throw mechanics. Cinematic features reflecting lore, flipping enemies, crushing or executing multiple enemies with combos. Environmental interactions. Throw objects, vehicles, or debris as weapons. Elite super soldier duties. Handle the most critical missions. Halo rings, covenant capitals, high-risk planetary assaults. Elite squads of ODST and Marines in large-scale operations. Strategic infiltration, extraction, and direct engagement of high-value targets. Squad leadership influence. Spartans act as anchors for missions. Their presence elevates ODSTs and Marines around them. Players feel maximum control over battlefield dynamics, balance in leadership, and superhuman combat. Co-op squad could be like 5. Like, one Spartan, 4 Marines, or 1 Spartan, 4 ODST, or 2 Spartans. And then 2 ODST or 1 Marine. However you want to go take it there. Why is fun? Peak Halo fantasy, superhuman strength, mobility, and weapon mastery. Cinematic and tactical gameplay combined. Ability to dominate both melee and range encounters. Fully visual mechanic spectacles. Power armors, abilities, finishers, and mobility shine in combat. Progression incentive. Clear pinnacle of the Marine, ODST, and Spartan system. Provides reward for leveling and satisfying sense of growth and power. Players experience ultimate Halo identity, fulfilling both lore and gameplay expectations. Right? I don't have to go through the summary key takeaway. Yeah, I understand it. I could pause the video and watch that. Yeah, I'm getting tired of talking. But we gonna muscle through it. Why this? The Marine ODST Spartan progression system is fully defined. Marines ground team focus, beginner friendly. ODST elite human tactical cinematic and bridging progression. Spartan superhuman ultimate for combat fantasy, leadership, and peak Halo identity. Let me get comfortable. I should have called this layer 2. By the way, this is going to cost a lot of money. I'm going to show where it does. Right? So let me fix up this. Right there. Camera perspective. Third person over the shoulder, core camera view. Immersive allows tactical awareness. Zooming mechanics, sculpt or aim down sight for precision. Fluid transition from third person to ADS. Halo identity, camera and movement reflect Halo's feel, cinematic, dynamic, and responsive to class abilities, right? Core combat mechanics. All classes have access to UNSC weapons with increasing proficiency by class. Marine standard rifles and pistols, moderate accuracy, slower reloads. ODST enhanced accuracy, faster reloads, tactical equipment, grenades, flashbangs. Spartans, master level weapon handling, heavy weapons, and optional experimental gear. Melee combat and finishes. Marines, basic punches, combat knives, simple, grounded finishes. ODST, tactical melee combos, faster strikes, cinematic takedowns, environmental interaction. Spartan, superhuman melee, powerful punches, kicks, throws, cinematic finishers, environmental destruction. Halo identity, each class melee abilities showcase lore identity and strengths. Cover to cover mechanics, right? Dynamic. Vaults, rolls, slides, crouch, transition between cover. Marine standard cover and duck mechanics, ODST tactical rolls, advanced cover vaults. Spartan enhanced mobility with thruster assisted moves and super jumps. Environmental integration, destructible objects, vehicles, and shields create tactical options. Class progression and layering. Marines, survivable, fragile, standard, and tight and light armor. Abilities, basic shooting, melee, crouch, sprint, and duck behind cover. Fun factor, team-oriented, accessible for beginners, grounded Halo battlefield experience. Motivation, learn fundamentals, encourages progression to ODST. 2. Survivability, higher durability, limited shield, armor, enhancements. Abilities, tactical roles, orbital drop insertions, advanced weapon handling, tactical melee, environmental interaction. So this is the responsibilities here. Do you look at the Spartans? Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of talking. Right, superhuman durability, Mjolnir armor, energy shields. I kind of understand the analogy between the Mjolnir armor and Thor's hammer. Because with Thor armor, you have to be worthy to wield the power of Thor. In order to be a Spartan, you have to go through like a training, and you can almost die in that process. So now you're the very few that become a Spartan. You're worthy of wearing that armor. So I understand that analogy, right? For those who don't even get it, I get it, right? Players start as Marines, though mechanics survive complete objectives. Progress to ODST, gain elite mobility, tactical options, and cinematic flair. Ascends to Spartans, experience superhuman combat, leads squads, dominate battlefield scenarios. Progression rewards. Each layer unlocks new abilities, finishers, weapons, and environmental interactions, giving Halo identity payoff. All right. So, key summaries. You can pause the video and look at that for a moment. Halo Pacific Arsenal and Vehicle full breakdown. All right. So this is just me laying out the weapons that's part of the universe. Right. All right. See that? You can pause it right there and look at it. Kind of trying to give myself a break from talking. This is for Spartans like tanks, Ghosts, Banshee, Hornets. Uh, right, right. So vehicles span units, carriers, and capital ships. Roles with carriers. Marines don't pilot control carriers directly. Use carriers as mission staging points to deploy from Pelicans onto battlefield. Mission boarding, defending, or deploy from carrier decks. Gameplay mechanics, boarding carrier decks for objectives. Light interaction with carrier turrets. You know, I'm also going to talk about space combat. You feel me? This is what the ODST can do with the carriers. This is what Spartans can do with the carrier. So you can pause the video, look at it for a moment, read it yourself. All right. Carrier servers, mission hubs, cinematic launch points, and strategic assets. Marines interact passively, maintain ODC interacts tactically, Spartans control and dominate. Halo Identity large scale unity operations, cinematic insertions, and squad focused gameplay. Supports player motivation, progression from limited access, Marines, tactical operation, ODST command hero, gameplay Spartan. So, you know, that's how that works. Look at this. Marines can defend carriers from boarding parties. Right. Then you have ODST, tactical operators with limited carrier interactions. Right. Then you have there's a hierarchy, right? Marines, ODST, Spartan progression mirrors increasing responsibilities and battlefield influence. Key Spartans is powerful but still part of the larger command structure. Encourage player motivation. Progression isn't just about power, but about responsibility and operational scope. So I'm not going to just, I don't want to just give players a power. Like the more you progress and advance, the more responsibilities you have, right? Carrier missions can include, so when you're a Spartan now, you can direct, larger scale teams and do bigger stuff and manage certain things. Carrier missions can include boarding enemy ships, carrier defense, deploying squads for ground vehicle objectives, cinematic orbital drops. Halo Arsenal bare bones. So this is me just going to Halo's Arsenal bare bones to show what can be used. All right. I love the MA5B, by the way. It's like an assault rifle, SMG kind of. I say vehicles. This is the Shang-Chi. This is the Brewster. I don't know how to pronounce her name. This is the Banished. Sorry, I'm tired. Class. So what did I put there? Right. So this is what the Marines get. So Marines get some good weapons. They're not just weak. They get some good weapons, right? Warhog, Mongoose, right? ODST, they get the advanced stuff. Spartan soldier, Mono power armor. So now you could get introduced into the Spartan program. This could probably be a battle pass thing too. Then you got the enemy tears, brutes, banished. Playable class, weapons and vehicles scale with class progression. So with Marines, you're a basic Marine, but you're not weak. Your weapons can compensate for that, right? Compete, can shoot, perform light tactical roles, short distance, outside cover. So this is me going breaking into what the cover movement mechanics, right? Giving them more structure to it. Because as I was doing the script, I said, shit, maybe I should speak on specific things, right? Basic cover to cover mechanics, compete, shoot, perform light tactical roles. Outside cover, sprint, forward, back, evade, left, right, basic jump, climb obstacles. Gameplay identity, focus on survivability, straightforward mobility. Limited evasive maneuvers to encourage reliance on cover, right? In cover, advanced cover to cover tactical roles, sliding and leaning. Can use gadgets or grenades while in cover, motion sensors, flashbangs. Outside cover, sprint, tactical roll, evade, forward, back, side. Can perform quick drops from ledges or orbital insertion hops. Tactical position, flank enemies, set traps. Gameplay identity, balance mobility and tactics, encourages strategic thinking, outside cover while remaining survivable. Spartan, full cover to cover mechanics, slide, man to vault, tactical lean. Can interact with multiple environment objects, vehicle assisted cover, interaction use vehicle for temporary shield or high ground. Outside cover, evasive maneuver, dodge, left, right, roll forward, back, jump high, flip, thruster assist slide, sprint, jetpack boost, or grapple. Now in the ODST they had jetpacks too, so they can so now I would give jetpacks to ODST as well. Right. Gameplay identity, highly agile, dominant on battlefield, combines cinematic mobility with Halo identity. Encourages dynamic combat beyond cover dependency. Right. Progressive mobility. Each class gets more advanced evasive weapons. Outside cover, Marine, ODST, Spartans. Flexibility. Players are not forced to enter cover gameplay mechanics. Encourage fluid movement and strategic positioning. Halo Identity preserve franchise feel while integrating tactical options from modern third-person shooters like Gears of War or The Division. Integration. Works seamlessly with gunplay, melee, and vehicle combat layers. Clamber vault mechanic, structured layer, right? Basic clamber, vault over low walls and obstacles, climb short ledges or rubble, roll over small debris or low cover, adds vertically without making them overpowered, encourages use of environment for survival, maintains entry-level survival mobility, right? Advanced clamber, tactical vault over cover, medium height cover, clamber over up ledges or tactical positioning. Can roll, slide. My cat. This is my cat right here. My cat. He's a calico. I don't know. I'm gonna call him Jason. I haven't named him yet because he's a kid. What's up, Jason? I'm gonna call you Jason. Jason is my buddy, right? Gameplay identity adds tactical options for flanking and invasive maneuvers. Supports the role as highly mobile, insertion focused soldiers. Creates dynamic combat possibilities outside basic cover, right? Elite clamber, agile vault, Vault over high walls of vehicles, climb on ledges, jump between structures, or flip. Oh, now my cat is messing with my hair. What's up? Right. Chain vaults with evasive rolls of thruster boost. What's up? What's up, buddy? No, he's meowing. Right. Gameplay identity. Full flow mobility for cinematic and aggressive combat. Combines climber, dodge, sprint, jetpack mechanics, or dynamic engagement. Reinforces Spartan superiority and versatility on battlefield. So now he's meowing. What's up? Probably want to go outside. Progressive. Climber Marines, ODST Spartans. Integration works in conjunction with cover-to-cover mechanics and out-of-cover evasive maneuvers. Halo identity ensures all classes feel, and my other cat, man, works. It's right. So, Halo identity ensures all classes feel like they belong in the universe while making vertical movement meaningful. Play motivation. Unlocking high mobility mirrors, class progression, Marine, ODST, Spartan. Halo rank progression system. So I wanted to detail about this, right? Marine UNSC. So because you don't want to be underpowered as the mission tiers get more difficult, right? So Marines, base private 1. Corporal sergeant, advanced armor, right? Lieutenant, colonel major, over the DropShock Trooper, shock trooper standard, right? Then you get squad leader, sergeant, recon ODST armor. Lieutenant, heavy ODST armor, right? So as you level up and you play those high difficulties, you got weapons and vehicles to match the different tiers. Like if you're a Marine and you're a Spartan or you're ODST and you play those higher tier levels, you got the weapons and the armor and the abilities to match the chaos, to balance it. Spartans. So you can go from Orion Project to Mark 5, then Mark 6, right? Then you go to Spartan 3s. Then you go to Spartan 4, right? Core mechanics. Cover to cover, Marines, ODST, and Spartans can move between cover points. Spartans faster, more agile. Out of cover evasive, Marines basic sprint roll, ODST tactical roll stuff. Spartan rolls. So now this is me making like, because there's going to be some things that overlap with each other, and there's things you want in general for movement mechanics and then progression and gameplay identity, right? So tiered access, rank and lock stronger, more diverse arsenal. Armor customization. Each tier has visual and functional upgrades. Spartans have Gen 1 through 3 module upgrades. Vehicles incremental access to UNSC vehicles. Spartans can pilot all. ODST's limited Marines entry level. Now I gotta be honest, right? I thought about this too. The Halo community's likely reaction. There are several potential friction points or clashes that might have with a tiered rank system for Marines, ODSTs, and Spartans. So, right? Authenticity versus power progression. Halo fans are very attached to the identity of Spartans as elite super soldiers, which I have to acknowledge. Issues: if players start as weak, Marine, and level up to ODST and then Spartan, some may feel it cheapens the Spartan mystique. Example: Spartans are chronically highly trained and genetically enhanced, making them unlockable. Might feel like it diminishes their allure, right? Mitigation: emphasize narrative reasoning. You're controlling multiple characters or progression through story arcs, or Marines or ODST interact with Spartans rather than becoming one in an arbitrary sense, right? So that's the mitigation part, but that's not where I want to go, right? I'm just going through objectively what might be the issues with the fan base. Progression, pacing, and grind. Halo's community often prefers action-focused, not grind-focused gameplay. Issue: if unlocking ODST and Spartan tiers takes too long, which is why I had the progression tiers in 5 instead of like a long, drawn-out thing. Right? If unlocking ODST and Spartan tiers takes too long or feels like an MMO-style grind, players may lose interest. And I understand that because I have ADHD. Mitigation makes progression feel meaningful and fun, tied to mission achievements or campaign milestones rather than pure XP farming. Balance between tiers. Concern: multiplayer and co-op balance may all suffer. Issue: if Spartans are much stronger than ODST as Marines, lower tier players could feel powerless or irrelevant in co-op matches. Mitigation create tier-specific roles and abilities. Right? Marines can do tactical utility roles, ODST mid-tier, Spartans high-power roles, so everyone has a purpose, which I think I already covered. Right. Give me a moment. Let me go get some water or some kind of drink. Give me one moment. Ah, done. And I'm back. Well, so I understand. So I understand what the issue might be with the community with this pitch, right? Some fans may argue Halo doesn't support tier progression in the way game might depict it. For example, canonically, you can't become a Spartan 2 through leveling. That's a major lore discrepancy. Mitigation: introduce the progression as multiple playable characters across the campaign, not literal rank upgrades. Or use Spartan Force as the tier that player can unlock, keeping lore consistent. Halo community, y'all gotta have an open mind, bro. That's where the creativity runs. Just like y'all were open to Halo RTS game. Single player expectations. That's probably why 343 is very conservative about how they move with Halo. Concern: fans may clash over single player progression bleeding into multiplayer. Issue: Some might worry about the high tier unlocks in multiplayer could create pay-to-win vibes or unbalanced match, which I'm going to address. Role confusion. Halo players often want to feel like Spartans immediately. The elite soldier experience, starting as a Marine may feel less exciting or slow, especially if combat is toned down for Marines compared to Spartans. Mitigation, make Marines fun, viable, and with unique tools, objectives, and responsibilities, which I've done. Highlight ODST and Spartan tiers as evolution, not just stat boost. All right. Must resist unlock of Spartans for Marines due to canonical reasons. Grind fatigue. Let me get my face off so I can eat. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Grind fatigue, which I understand that because, again, I have ADHD. Slow progression could frustrate players. Mitigation, tie progression to storyline milestones, achievements, and unique experiences instead of XP grind. Balance concern. High-tier players could overshadow Marines or ODSTs in co-op or multiplayer. Mitigation, assign tier-specific tactical roles to maintain relevance for all ranks. Identity excitement. Players want Spartan-level action immediately. Mitigation, make Marines and ODSTs fun and valuable, with unique combat mechanics and objectives. Multiplayer fairness. Unlocking tiers shouldn't create a pay-to-win or power-up gaps. Mitigation, separate campaign progression from multiplayer loadouts or skill-based matchmaking. This is the answer. But just in case people think wants to go multiplayer, but my pitch is a PVE only. Model removes most of the community friction tied to multiplayer balance, PvP fairness, and tier advantage complaints. Still relevant, some purists may question unlock of Spartans for Marines or ODSTs. Mitigation can frame this as different playable characters or story arcs per tier, not literal rank. Upgrades, PvE makes this feel natural. Marines and ODST Spartans can all exist together in a mission without breaking lore. Ground fatigue. If leveling takes too long, core players might feel stuck as Marines or ODST, which is why I did that just in 5 tiers, right? Mitigation, use mission-based progression, unique objectives, and fun abilities per tier to make Marines, ODSTs, enjoyable even at lower levels. Now, less of an issue, since it's PvE only, high-tier players Spartans won't dominate other players competitively. Balance is more about mission difficulty and AI scaling, not player-to-player fairness. Identity and excitement. Still important. Players want to feel like a Spartan eventually. Mitigation, make lower tiers fun and capable, then escalate through as they unlock ODST and Spartan tiers. Unique ability gadgets and weapon per tier makes each level distinct and exciting. Community acceptance. PvPE focus is much easier to sell. Fans are generally more forgiving with progression and co-op experience. You can experiment with Marines ODST Spartan gameplay without triggering PvP complaints. And to the Halo community, and I'm part of the Halo community, we got to be able to evolve, man. And when I say evolve, I don't talk about evolving to some woke bullshit. Yeah. All right, let's go. Mission-based progression. Instead of purely XP, players unlock ranks by completing specific objectives and missions. Implementation. Each mission has shared objectives, primary and secondary. Completing primary objectives progress your rank. Secondary objectives give bonus abilities, weapons, and cosmetic rewards. So, like you can have a gear thing going on in there too, right? Players for immediate accomplishments, not just XP accumulation. And then you can buy upgrades for your weapons with the tiers and stuff. Like customize your weapons and stuff within the tiers. And then once you get to the ODST, you have different customizations and for the type of weapons, right? Concept. Ranks are tied to cumulative milestones, not grind sessions. Examples. Completing 5 job missions promoting to ODST tier. Surviving a plant extraction under specific conditions unlocks Spartan abilities. Benefit. Reduces repetitive grind, encourages players to play smart and experiment. Allow key abilities or gear to unlock gradually through mission specifics, not just leveling. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back again. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, as you're reading, all right. So you're reading this concept allows key abilities to gear to unlock gradually through mission specific success, not just leveling. ODST missions can unlock jump jets, grenades, or tactical equipment. Spartan missions unlock armor abilities or elite weaponry. Benefit keeps the gameplay dynamic. Players always have something tangible to gain per session. Branching mission progression. Players can choose mission paths that unlock rank-specific content. All right. Example, choose high-risk recon missions as a Marine. Faster promotion to ODST if successful. Concept. Combine small XP accumulation with objective-based milestones. Implementation. Implementation. XP adds incremental progression within a tier. Marine level 1 through 5. Completing a mission sets promotes the player to the next tier. ODST Spartan. Benefit balances the reward of micro progression with clear rank milestones, keeping player engaged. All right. Players maintain persistent profiles with each tier: Marine, ODST, and Spartan. Each profile unlocks abilities, weapons, armor, and progression. Player can switch between tiers at mission start or at certain mission checkpoints. And I had to modify that check at certain mission checkpoints because I don't want people to switch from Marine to Spartan in mid game. Whatever character you pick, that's what you pick, right? Mission compatibility across tiers. Core idea: all mission maps are tier agnostic in terms of objective, but each tier has different capabilities and tactical options. Marine, slower, tactical, heavier, fire support, less armor. ODST, mid-tier mobility, jump jets, tactical equipment. Spartans, high mobility, heavy weapons, full armor abilities. Gameplay experience changes based on tier, but no mission is blocked for lower or higher tiers, right? I think I might have to modify that one too, because I don't want people to unlock everything too early and it to be too easy. I want people to earn their space, right? So I might have to modify that later. Specific roles in PVE. Even in co-op, players can mix tiers, encouraging teamwork. Example: Spartan provides heavy fire mobility. ODST provides tactical support and specialized equipment. Marines provide objective-based roles: hacking terminals, recon, support fire. Each tier feels distinct and fun, even if players replay missions. Rank progression decoupled from character lock. Players do not have a permanent advance in one character. Completing a mission of Marine can still contribute to Marine progression. ODST missions contribute to ODST rank. Spartan missions contribute to Spartan rank. This allows players to jump back and forth without losing progression. Reward players for replaying missions with different tiers. Unlock specific gears, weapons, and cosmetic upgrades. Bonus XP missions are credits that enhance replay value. Players can form squads of all Marines or ODSTs or Spartans or mix. Each tier progression scales individually, so difficulty remains balanced regardless of squad composition. Tier-specific progression. Marine tier gains access to better weapons, armor upgrades, tactical equipment as they level up. ODST unlocks jump jets, advanced grenades, and specialized mission gear. Spartan tier unlocks elite weapons, enhanced armor systems, and high mobility abilities. In fact, even if a mission has full team of Marines, they can tackle objectives effectively because progression improves capabilities and proportional to difficulty. Dynamic scaling. Mission difficulty adjusts based on team composition and average tier rank. Example: full Marine teams might have more enemies, extra objectives, or AI scaling to keep challenge intact. A full Spartan team faces tougher enemies or harder scenarios but has tools to handle it. It shows every tier feels valuable and no one tier becomes mandatory. Replay and incentive. Players can replay missions with different team compositions. Unlock tier-specific weapons, equipment, and cosmetic upgrades. For replay missions, encourage experimentation, and full utilization of rank system. Right. Rank system integration. Ranks work independently per tier: Marine, Lieutenant, Captain, Major, etc. ODST, Private, Sergeant, Veteran. Spartan, Gen 4, Gen 3, Gen 2, or this is just example, armor platforms. Ranks unlock better weapons, armor, and mission capabilities. Coupled with their flexibility, this allows full squad freedom while maintaining meaningful progression. Mission composition is fully flexible. Oh, let me fix this right quick. Okay. Replayability is baked in with tier-specific rewards and progression incentives. Difficult progression and customization in a way that preserves Halo's identity while giving players meaningful choices. Use Halo canonical difficulty levels: easy, normal, heroic, legendary, champion. Each mission or demon, right? Each mission can be assigned a base difficulty, but squads can opt to scale up for better rewards. Difficulty impacts enemy AI aggressiveness and tactics, number of enemies or enemy types, mission objectives complexity. No friendly fire penalty. Players can freely coordinate fire and experiment without accidental deaths being overly punishing, like Helldivers. Progressive link. Difficulty directly affects tier progression and unlocks. Completing missions on heroic or legendary may unlock a new Marine ODST Spartan rank faster. Higher difficulty missions can unlock advanced weapons, vehicles, and equipment. It encourages players to challenge themselves without frustration of constant punitive mechanics. But guess what? If you're just starting out, you're going to get basic weapons, especially if you're new and shit, right? But it can be done. Vehicles weapon scaling. Vehicles and weapon unlocks are tied to difficulty plus tier rank. Marines may gain access to Scorpion tanks, Warhogs, and specific UNSC infantry support vehicles as they rank up and complete higher difficulty missions. ODSTs can unlock advanced vehicles like Pelicans, dropships, or tactical insertions or support. Spartans unlock heavy vehicles or experimental tech. Weapons unlock progressively. Basic tier weapons early, MA5, M6, right? So this is the other weapons. Armor choices linked to mission requirements and rank. Each tier has an armor platform, example, Marines basic combat suits, ODST vests, Spartans Gen 2, Gen 3, and Gen 4. Armor pieces have modifiers, damage, resistance, mobility, energy shielding, weapon efficiency, and jetpack enhancement. Players can mix and match armor pieces for specific missions, depending on difficulty and objective. This allows strategic planning, example, light armor for mobility, heavy armor for assault objectives. Gameplay feedback loop. Players choose difficulty, pick tier and armor, select missions, unlock weapons, vehicles, and earn rank. Each layer feeds into next, maintaining Halo's identity while promoting strategy and replayability. Summary. Halo's canon difficulties levels replace punitive mechanics like Helldivers, heavy fire, friendly fire. Bullshit. Difficulty scales AI, objectives, and unlocks without frustrating cooperative gameplay. Rank progression, weapons, vehicles, and armor customizations all integrate with mission difficulty. Players are empowered and strategically choose armor, vehicles, and loadouts for each mission. An elegant way to differentiate tiers while keeping overlapping in utility, right? Each tier has signature abilities, vehicles, and tools that define their gameplay identity. Marine standard infantry weapons like vehicles, Warhawk, basic grenades, small tactical support drones. ODST, orbital DropShock Trooper insertions. Mid-tier vehicles like Pelicans, dropships for rapid tactical deployment. Specialized grenades. ODST only gear. Spartans, high-tier vehicles like sabers, tanks, Scorpion tanks, advanced AI companions or bots. Heavy ordnance, enhanced jump, jetpack capabilities. Key idea. Unique assets reinforce their identity and make each feel distinct and meaningful. Certain assets can be shared across tiers, but with limitations or role differences. Pelican dropships. ODST can deploy as insertion vehicles for their squad. Spartans can pilot and control them directly for strategic missions or drops. ODST bots. Spartans can call them in for fire support or AI reinforcement. ODSTs can deploy their own squad mates, emphasizing tactical control vehicles. Some vehicles can be used by lower tiers, but only in support mode, while Spartans can fully pilot or enhance them with advanced capabilities. In fact, this creates a cross-tier synergies without diluting the uniqueness of each tier. Tier role lane concept, right? So I had to make a lane where it's not too liberal with the lanes and they don't intersect, but now it gives a unique to the lane that makes you want to play the lane. Primary lane, tier-specific assets only that can fully unlock or control. Secondary lane, optional shared assets used strategically for overlapping roles. Example, ODSTs cannot customize a Scorpion tank, but Spartans can. Marines can't drive a Warthog, but Spartans can drive both Warthogs and Scorpions. You should be able to let Marines drive the Warthog, so I'm going to have to fix that, right? Implement a permission system tied to their rank. Base access, standard weapons and vehicles. Tier-specific across. Access. Signature abilities unlock via rank progression. Shared asset access. Tier may use another tier's asset in a limited capacity. Example, deploying ODST bots versus piloting them fully. AI bots drop-ins and vehicles should scale their effectiveness based on tier. Example, Spartan called ODST bots deal more damage and have enhanced AI, emphasizing Spartan's superiority. Gameplay effects. Maintains tier identity. Each player feels unique and powerful within their tier. Promotes cross-tier cooperation. Mixed squads benefit from strategic overlapping abilities. Adds replayability and depth. Players can experiment with different squads, compositions, seeing how shared assets interact across tiers. Summary. Each tier has exclusive tools, vehicles, and abilities. Certain assets, vehicles, ODST bots, pelicans, and are shared in a limited or specialized way, creating tactical overlap. Permission scale with rank to maintain progression value. Strategic layer encourages team composition, planning while preserving identity. Mission design and squad composition. This is going to be fun. Invasion missions. Large-scale operation against Covenant, Banished, or enemy forces, or insurrectionists. Squad size, 8 to 12 players. Gameplay style, wave-based combat with objectives such as capturing points, defending zones, or controlling territory. Vehicle integration. Drop-in vehicles like Warhogs, Pelicans, or ODST bots for reinforcement. Difficulty scaling. Easy to champion. Affects enemy numbers, AI tactics, and drop frequency of reinforcement. So that champion can be legendary, demon, then mythic, and then champion. Or then, following how you had the rank system in Halo Infinite for rank players. Firefight style missions. Horde style. PvE combat similar to Halo Firefight. Squad size, 4 to 8 players. Combat gameplay style. Defend positions, survive waves as an enemy. Optional objectives like securing ammo caches, or activated systems. Vehicle and AI integration. Use tier-specific and shared assets for tactical advantage. Objective covert missions. Focus story-driven operations, like with the multiplayer in Halo Infinite, right? But with co-op. High-value target extraction, stealth recon. Squad size, 2 to 4 players. Gameplay style, tactical infiltration, stealth mechanics, careful resources, management, limited vehicle use. Difficulty scale impacts mission objectives, enemy AI alertness, and potential reinforcements. Squad composition and flexibility. Players can mix tiers within squad, Marines plus ODSTs plus Spartans, or run all one-tier squads. Larger squads, Invasion Firefight allow specialized roles. Marines, frontline, suppressive fire, defensive positions, ODSTs, tactical insertions, mid-range flanking, orbital drop support. Spartans have heavy assault vehicle piloting, high-value target elimination. Smaller squads, objective, covert, emphasizes coordination, stealth, and tactical execution. Mission mechanics and identity. Mission retain Halo multiplayer identity. Evasion, escape from enemy control zones, time objectives. So this is taking what's already there from the Halo multiplayer and adding it to a co-op Halo DropShock Trooper kind of game, right? So you get the game is there, and you have Forge. Forge is there. Forge is there. The missions is there. All you just have to do is take that identity and turn it into a Halo ODST DropShock Trooper game, similar to Hell Jumpers, but better, right? Missions can incorporate rank progression, tier abilities, and custom gear. Completing a mission grants XP, rank points, or unlock weapons, vehicles, armor for Marines, ODSTs, and Spartans. Difficulty level impacts rewards and progression rate. Customization within missions. Player squads can choose assets before the mission, loadouts, weapons, grenades, armor, vehicles available for use, restricted by tier. Drop-in reinforcements, ODST bots, AI companions, pelicans. Encourages tactical diversity while maintaining identity for each tier. All right, so this is the summary. Right? Firefight missions, this is what they're for. Then you have covert missions. Right? Integrated planetary campaigns. Players begin with a large-scale evasion mission to unlock control of a planet. Once unlocked, planet breaks into smaller tier missions. Firefight missions for defense against enemy retaliation. Objective covert missions for tactical strikes or story-driven objectives. Optional combined missions where a single campaign flows from invasion, defense, to stealth to objectives. Players' role and squad composition. Invasion, mix of all tiers, 8 to 12 players, vehicles, and drop-in bots fully active. Firefight, 4 to 8 players. Squad may include specialized roles, ODST tactical, Spartan's heavy assault. Covert objective, 2 to 4 players, focus on tactical stealth and tactical skill and stealth. Minimal vehicle use, unique gear rewarded. Mission feed rank progression, right? Marines ODST. Complete combined campaigns and grant tier Pacific rewards or planet-wide benefits. Unlock new drop zones, vehicles, or mission types, like with Halo Infinite, right? You can take that idea. Gameplay flow, evasion missions, planet unlocked, triggers firefight and objective covert missions, optional combined campaign, full planetary engagement, flow from large-scale invasion to defensive firefight, stealth objective missions. Progression integration, rank and asset unlock scale naturally with mission completion. Right? Squads can include any combination of Marines, ODSTs, and Spartans. Encourage corporate strategies. Combine the unique strengths of each tier. Example, Marines provide suppressive fire, ODST execute tactical maneuvers, Spartans handle high-value targets and vehicles. Tier Pacific missions. Marine Pacific, squad entirely. So say you do a drop, you're doing a firefight or planetary invasion, and it's a Marine basic. So you have a platoon of 12 Marines, right? Or do you have a whole platoon of ODST? And say that because you can pick, you can mix the tiers, or you can be tier Pacific, right? So you can have an invasion that's Marine Pacific, or you can have an invasion that's Marine, ODST, and Spartan mixed, right? Composed of Marines focus on basic combat, teamwork, and rank-based progression for weapons and gear. Squad, entirely ODST, focus on tactical insertions, orbital support, and mid-range objective. Spartan Pacific, squad entirely Spartan, high risk, high reward missions with advanced vehicle and weapon use, heavier armor, and elite challenges. Players retain progression for each tier independently, even when switching between missions. Example, a player can jump into Marine Pacific missions and gain XP rank for Marines without affecting ODST or Spartan progression. Similarly, they can switch to an ODST or Spartan mission without losing previously earned Marine progression. It ensures players can enjoy any tier they like while still advancing in rank and unlocking gear, vehicles, and abilities. Mixed tier missions. Players can learn how each tier interacts and complement each other's abilities, encouraging teamwork and replayability. Tier Pacific mission provides a pure identity-driven experience for players who want to focus entirely on one type of unit, emphasizing that tier's gameplay mechanic and lore. Rank progression keeps the system rewarding without forcing players into a single tier or grind-heavy system. Integration with mission types. Mixed tier missions, best suited for large-scale invasions or firefight-style missions. 8 to 12, 4 to 8 players. Tier Pacific missions, best suited for objective covert missions, 2 to 4 player, or for players who want a focused experience of a singular type. Can combine both. Planetary campaigns can start with mixed tier invasion missions, then break into tier Pacific smaller objectives to complete the planet's arc. Flexibility. Players can switch tiers freely without losing rank progression. Replayability offers both mixed squads and pure tier experiences. Strategic depth encourages combining different abilities and tier identities into the larger missions. Planetary campaign integration. Mixed tier for large-scale engagement, tier Pacific for focused mission. Tier-gated mission access. Players start here. Can players Marine Pacific missions immediately? Rank progressions unlock higher-level Marine missions, weapons, and gear. ODS tier. Locked until player reaches a certain Marine rank, Marine Lieutenant or Sergeant. Once unlocked, players can access ODST Pacific missions. Players can now jump between Marine Pacific and ODST Pacific or mixed tier missions. Both ODST missions require the tier unlocked first. Spartan tier. Locked until player reaches certain ODST rank, ODST Veteran or ODST Lieutenant. Once unlocked, players can access Spartan Pacific missions. Mixed tier missions can now include Spartans along with ODST and Marines. Damn, this is going to cost a lot of money. for 343. But your pockets is deep, so you can afford it. Mission access rules. Tier progression. Missions for higher tiers are inaccessible until prerequisite lower tiers unlocked. Mixed tier missions only include tiers that the player has unlocked. For example, a player who has unlocked Marines and ODST but not Spartans can only participate in mixed tier missions with Marines and ODSTs. Once Spartans are unlocked, fully mixed tier squads, Marines, ODSTs plus Spartans become available. Replayability. Players can still replay earlier missions at any tier, but higher tier missions reward more advanced weapons, vehicles, and armor locks. So you could probably put like a gear system in there, like like with Division, like you have basic, like was like green, and then purple was like uncommon, and then like what was the other one? Yellow was like legendary, and then light green was exotic, and then red was like super exotic or some shit like that. So you could probably add that in there. Encourages natural progression through ranks, prevents players from skipping tiers or jumping straight to higher tier missions. Ensures the rank progression system remains meaningful and tied to gameplay. Maintains motivation to level up Marines, ODST Spartans while giving flexibility once tiers are unlocked. Access to all difficulty. Easy, normal, hero. So what did I say? Oh, tier-based difficulty integration, right? See? So let me give myself a break from talking, right? So you understand what this is, right? Same difficulty structure, easy, normal, heroic, legendary, demon, or champion. Mission difficulty scales with ODST capabilities, tactics. So it's the same for the tiers, right? A legendary Marine mission is different from a legendary ODST mission in enemy composition, objectives, and mission mechanics. Similarly, legendary Spartan missions are more intense, using the full range of a Spartan abilities, vehicles, and advanced weaponry. Regression tied to both tier and difficulty. Players can replay low-tier missions on higher difficulties for extra rewards. Unlocking higher tiers opens access to legendary champion or demon difficulty for that tier. Mixed tier missions. Difficulty scales based on the highest tier present in the squad. Example, squad with Spartans, ODST, Marines on a mixed tier mission will scale to the Spartan level legendary difficulty, adjusting enemy types, numbers, and objectives. All right. Theme, resilient squad tactics, survivability through grit and numbers, right? So high level unlock. So now the purpose of this now, right? So now as you're a Marine and you're going up into the legendary rank, the legendary difficulties, you have weapons and abilities as a Marine that you can use to match the chaos. So you got power weapons, you got vehicles, you got different things you can utilize to now balance the chaos you're facing. So you're not just a Marine and you're stuck like in Halo 2 and shit, right? So right here, design principle. Even on legendary, Marines can match the chaos with heavy ordnance and coordinated AI squad support. They're empowered through teamwork, right? So this is what you get. Hell jumpers. ODST don't overpower enemies, they outmaneuver them. Even on legendary, their stealth, recon drones, and gear give them control over the chaos, right? Spartans scale with chaos. Legendary difficulty doesn't make them weak. It pushes them to master their full arsenal. So this is what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? So now you're at the higher levels. You unlock all the stuff you need, and you can match the difficulty. It can be balanced. It's still difficult and hard, and it forces you to think and use everything at your disposal. All right. This could actually a good intro if this game ever gets made. This could be like a trailer. Space combat and boarding systems. Space missions act as micro-scale combat scenarios where players, Marines, ODST, Spartans can pilot ships, defend capital vessels, infiltrate enemy fleets, and engage in zero-gravity boarding. They function as interconnected mission layers. Outer space combat. Maybe this game can be a spinoff. Who knows? Right? Because Halo Wars, it was part of the universe, right? It was part of the battle story. It's part of their universe and shit. But maybe this game can be a complete spinoff. Who knows? And then maybe somehow tie it into the story later on. And maybe the characters you create from here Could somehow tie into the Balance Ring story. Maybe as Atriox unlocks the precursors. Who knows? This gives every player a tier of purpose. Marines handle defense, ODST execute, infiltrate, and Spartans lead elite boarding ops. All right? Marines focus tactical defense, survival, and ship maintenance under fire. They're the backbone of the ship, the ones who keep it from falling apart, right? So this is what they do. You can pause it for a moment and look at it. ODST, focus, precision stealth, and tactical infiltration. They strike fast, cripple fleets, and vanish before reinforcements arrive. So this is what they can do. All right. Spartans, focus, control the flow of the battle, access every layer from the stars to the ground. They bridge all tiers through versatility, strength, and leadership. So this is what they have access to. This is what they can do. Right? Mission sequence, 3-layer combat. Phase 1, space battle, sabers, pelicans, frigates. Phase 2, border action, squad transition into ship interiors via EVO or drop pods. Phase 3, planetfall optional, right? This creates continuity. A mission can start in orbit and end on the surface. This is like a battlefield inspiration, a Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront inspiration. This structure spans Halo Sandbox into combined arms warfare. Preserve rank identity, Marine ODST Spartan, while encouraging teamwork. Feel cinematic and earn. Players feel like a part of a galactic war effort, not isolated missions. So what I've designed, DropShock Protocol, a fully realized third-person PvE-only co-op tactical sandbox shooter with rank-based progression, Marine, ODST, Spartan, dynamic adaptive sandbox mission stealth or assault paths, space and combat, ground combat, customizable armor generations, vehicles, AI, right? This is a bigger than Halo Infinite Systems depth, closer in scope to Destiny 2, Helldivers 2, Mass Effect, or Andromeda. Halo Infinite Sandbox combined, right? Now, let me show you what this is going to cost. But I believe 343, you got big pockets, Phil Spencer. You've been going around acquiring Activision and Bethesda and all these studios. So you got big pockets, man. Oh, so let me go do this. So I made what's this shit called again? I made bulletin PowerPoints, right? Border mechanics. Uh-huh. Estimated development costs, right? So this is the part I want to get to. Pre-production, 1 to 1.1.5 years. Staff count, 80 to 100 people. Estimated cost, 25 to 35 million. Prototypes, narrative, art direction, engine tuning, tool creation. Full production, 3 to 4 years. 400 to 600 people. 180 to 250 million. Level building, cinematics, gameplay systems, networking, vehicles, AI. Polish testing, 1 to 1.5 years. 200 to 300 people. 40 to 60 million. Question and answers, optimizations, platform certification, marketing prep. Marketing plus post-launch live support, 1 year. 150 people, 50 to 80 million. Campaigns, servers, DLC, tools, community management. Total estimated cost, 300 to 425 million USD. That's roughly, compared to Starfield, 400 million, more expensive than Halo Infinite, less than GTA, which is rumored to, I think GTA is 1 billion. That's crazy. Timeline to completion. Full development, 5 to 7 years minimum. Pre-production only, 12 to 18 months. Alpha build, 3 years after green light. Public release, realistically launch 2030 to 2032. So that's going to be a long time. If Microsoft used all of 343 Industries turn Infinity, plus an outsourced code studio, like how Call of Duty cycles teams, it could trim this to about 4.5 years, but not less than that without massive crunch. Technological feasible. Can it actually work today? Third-person Halo Combat feasible. Unreal Engine 5.3 or Simplace Engine can handle it. Dynamic Stealth Assault AI, challenging but doable. Needs advanced AI stat trees, similar to Metal Gear Solid 5 or Starfield mods. Large-scale 12-player co-op PVE feasible with strong netcode. Unreal Engine 5 replication or Azure servers can support this. Fully destructible or reactive environments, limited. Partially destructible, only like Battlefield 2042. Space and ground transitioning, no loud screens. High cost. Possible streaming tech. Starfield, No Man's Sky, but heavy performance demand. So that's probably going to be the heaviest shit. So they might come back with the space combat as DLC. AI squad bots, drop systems feasible. AI components are standard in Unreal Engine 5. Need optimization for co-op. Cross-tier progression system, easy. Server-side XP and mission flag system, similar to Destiny or Warframe. Summary. Everything I've proposed is technically possible. Right now, just very expensive and data heavy. Two, the main bottlenecks are real-time AI reacting to stealth versus assault paths, balancing three full tiers of player classes and gear seamlessly. Space to planet transitioning. And I think Space Marines 2 with Saber Initiative, I think they have issues with their AI balancing, right? If done perfectly, ideal scenario, target platforms Xbox Series S, PC, next gen Xbox 2030. Frame rate goal, 60 FPS, 140p. Online architecture are zero-based dedicated servers. Post-launch plan, 10-year live service roadmap like Destiny. ROI potential, 1 billion lifetime revenue, Game Pass plus DLC cosmetics. If tech advances by 2030, expect more efficient AI behavior systems, machine learning NPCs, faster cloud compute for large-scale battles, procedural mission generation, better LOD streaming for space to planet gameplay. That could cut development time by 25 to 30%. And the cost by 15 to 20%, meaning your deal would become easier and cheaper to build as the time moves forward. All right. Total cost, about 7 years. All right, so that's that. Potential, if done right, could redefine Halo for a new decade. And don't worry, because tomorrow when I do, well, today, I'm recording these videos today. I'm just going to take a break from this one. I'm going to discuss how Halo Infinite could have did its shit right with Halo Infinite in the next video after I make this one. That could have gave Game Pass numbers, could have made it interesting. And it could have kept their fan base and increased their fan base. But to 343's credit, a lot of Halo fan base doesn't want to evolve. Like everything I put in here, a lot of Halo fan base would disagree with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm creative. I'm a creative, right? I have ADHD and I'm a Taurus. So I'm creative, right? I can evolve and I can see places that need to be expanded and told. Maybe it's just that the technology of my time is beyond my time. And two, I don't want any. I don't want when I say evolve. I don't mean evolve into some woke BS. You feel me? Um, but yeah, it's doable, but it's gonna take time. And maybe if they started today, like if they started it this year, going into 2026, maybe by the time I'm 40, I might see this product. But anyway, this is Kish, Yardy Nation Gaming, or Kish Review, Game Reviews and Views. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.